Hello, beautiful universe. Hi, my name is Shan. Welcome to Shan's Colostomy Journey and Tips. So, today I will be sharing with you all on how I feel about being in my colostomy bag. I named my stomach Michael. Me and Michael will be in this thing for a while together, so might as well make the best of it. I'm sharing my story to inspire, to educate, to teach, and also to show someone courage and to let you know you are not alone. What happened to me wasn't right, and I refuse to sit on my story because I feel like there are many more people out in this universe, in this world, that could potentially been through what I've been through, or you might be heading down that road. So I want to share my story with you so that you can take notes and maybe inspire someone just like I'm here to inspire you. Never in my life I pictured myself to be in a colostomy bag. I'm in my late 30s. I'm young. I had a lot going for myself. I started noticing after that surgery that damaged me, which I call it a botched surgery because it is. And after that surgery, I soon started having symptoms. And I'm going to share with you my symptoms that I was having that led me to this bag. To begin with, I had unconsented procedures done. When this doctor performed this surgery on me, he also done other procedures that he did not get my consent to or go over with me to tell me the risks, how I'll be living, in the future. He didn't go over nothing, the therapy I would need, nothing. So I was pretty much just thrown out here, left to suffer, to fix myself, figure it out, and go from there, which was wrong. Because, us humans, we all not doctors. And we not educated on everything that the human body goes through. We sure not being taught in school everything about the human body. So a lot of stuff we really don't know. And we put it in the specialist hands to take care of us because they are the ones that know more knowledge about the human body. So we leave it up to them to come and let us know what we need to do with our body and what to expect. But unfortunately, I didn't have neither options. This gentleman who worked on me, I'm going to say the OBGYN, which I will not say his name because I just don't believe in just blasting directly. But I will tell my story because it's not right what happened to me. And if anyone else know anyone that's been through this or maybe going down this journey, hi, I'm Shan and you're not alone. So I was a musical artist. Not only was I a musical artist, I had a very good job, which I started from the bottom in a warehouse and worked my way up to the top to human resource, to compliance. So I was taking my work check and I was flipping it to pursue my music because I wanted something bigger. I mean, look at me. I never was that girl to just lay in the bed all day or just sit in the house and not do nothing. I was on the go, 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 go. What can I learn here? What can I do next? But I started noticing after that surgery, my strength and my go-getting ways was slowing down. But let me tell you this, and let me say this, pay attention. This man did all these procedures on me. And when I was dismissed from the hospital, that's the only medicine I had. When you have surgeries, the in-house pharmacy in the hospital always going to send you home with medicine. And you're supposed to wait 2 weeks, after getting procedures to go do a follow-up appointment. Well, this man did not prescribe me no medicine. And he had them performed a partial hysterectomy, an unconsidered uterosacral ligament suspension, a bladder suspension. And it's another one that's so big, I just cannot pronounce. I'm going to be real with you. I'm country, so work with your girl. So he did 3 procedures in 1 surgery, which I was only informed by 1. Now, I'm a very young woman. You just don't go do bladder suspensions on a young woman because you'll make her now have a bladder of an elderly lady. So with that said, and I did not know that the stitching was too deep. So down up in here, I'm permanently damaged. I'm so damaged to what don't know urologists. Nobody want to go back behind him to open me up because of the damage and how deep he stitched me, my bowels, bladder, everything. And let's not forget, before the surgery, he made me suffer 3 months before performing the surgery with a stage 3 uterus prolapse. So I had to walk around even before the surgery with a stage 3 uterus prolapse. He canceled my surgery 3 times till I had to go to human resource at the hospital to cry out for help. I had to literally go in there and beg for help because he kept canceling my surgeries. I did try to go to another OBGYN to get surgery done, but I did not know surgeons do not like to come behind doctors when they are in the middle of something or if they done messed up. So I was turned down by the new OBGYN because of this mess this one had done to me. And that OBGYN instructed me to go back to this one, the one who has been stalling me, counseling me, and make him do the surgery on me, since we are already so far in and he had been operating on me. So that was a win-lose situation. Again, I'm doing whatever I could think to do the right way. You know, everybody tell you what you should do, what I would have done. But until you actually go down this journey, it's not as easy as you would say it would be. And I come to find that out the hard way. You can say all day long what you would do or how I would have handled this or what I would have done. But it really don't work like that in the real world. So again, I had to go back and wait on this OBGYN. You know, after I reported him, the hospital made him work on me. And I believe I pissed him off because I went and told. But what he failed to realize, my pelvic, I already suffered a uterus falling out of me, sir. My pelvic is sore. I'm weak. Can't even lift my legs, sir. Then, my bowels. We're not going to go into that yet. But I had to go tell. 3 surgeries you didn't cancel. 3 months, and I'm still walking around here like this. So why would you get mad at me? But he got mad at me. And he did that surgery. And I believe it was under anger. But at the same time, that was very wrong to do that to me because I just came to you as an innocent woman that was having monthly menstruation problems. I don't know how you got into your feelings about how you was neglecting me and mistreating me. What was I supposed to do? Keep quiet? Shut up? So if you're going through that issue with a surgeon, instead of counseling, go over his head. Go to the human resource at the hospital or call the state board. You know, each state has a medical state board where you can call and report that surgeon or else let them know what's going on, even if you have to file a grievance. I wanted to say that to you. Let's be ahead now. So after all that was done, I was left out here. And now I'm going to get back to the story where I was telling you how I knew my symptoms was kicking in and how I was so sick. So after he done that 2-week follow-up visit after the procedure, I told him how I was not able to pass gas, not even poop. And I was so sick. I mean, you already know with holding poop in, being constipated, it's not a good feeling. So after having a partial hysterectomy, unconsented bladder suspension, and another unconsented procedure you didn't give me no medicine. Now I'm telling you at this 2-week visit, all of this going on, and I'm spotting. Well, he informed me that he was going to send some medicine in and help with the gas and help with, you know, the stuff that women go through when they have a hysterectomy, you know, the pain and all that good stuff. Well, when I left his office that day, he dismissed me for good. He got paid off that last visit off of me. Didn't send me no prescription. I was calling Walgreens 3 days straight. Instead of calling to see if my medicine ready. And they started telling me they ain't got a prescription. So I'm calling the doctor's office to see what's going on. Leaving messages. Never no one called back. Not even the nurse. And what I don't like nowadays, all these nurses are so quick. Well, I'm going to say some of them because there are still good nurses. But for the ones, you know who you are. You so quickly to tell us people that's really suffering badly in shape, oh, the doctor's not going to give you no medicine. I got so tired of hearing that. It wasn't even about medicine because I was begging for them to admit me in the hospital at this point. But after that 2-week checkup, they dismissed me. So I'm sitting around sick, can't poop. I mean, my bladder is just leaking crazy, and I'm young, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, I just went because I was having heavy bleeding and cramping, and now I'm worse than what I was. Now I can't poop. My bladder's leaking. Can't even cough. And not only that, it's like I was like this, locked up down here. Just locked up. I'm talking about locked up. And I'm still locked up today. This is how I feel down here. But almost 3 years now, you get used to it. But my pelvic floor, I'm locked up. Bladder and bowels, locked up. So back to the story, okay? I like to jump around, okay? So work with me. So I started continuing, after the 2 weeks follow-up, he said it would be a 4-month visit, and that's when he could check me. So I went on back in life, out here trying to start back working, trying to continue to do my music, had a show in Atlanta, went out there to Atlanta, putting off Arkansas, and got out there, and never in my life I performed and got tired on the stage so quickly, or my thighs got to burning, because I did not know that I had right upper post sciatic nerve entrapment and in the back from the position of the surgery. But at the time I didn't know that, because he didn't tell me nothing. Okay, he just sent me on out here in life to suffer and figure it out on my own, because I told on him. But sir, remember why I told on you. It's fair, sir. But anyway, I'm on that stage all the way out there in Atlanta, and I'm performing, doing what I do the best. I love music, which I just can't do today, okay? I guess you're not entitled to feel sad. You're not entitled to say how you really feel when your life just changed like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you went sick like this. You just had bleeding and stuff like that, but you was able to poop. Your bladder was fine. You weren't leaking, none of that, But anyway, I was just walking off that stage. I almost fainted. And that was the only show that my daughter was able to ever finally get to see her mama perform. My daughter made it to where she was able to get grown and able to come to a show with me, because I wound up taking my daughter to Atlanta with me to that showcase, because my daughter had been in the studios with me from since knee high all the way up. So she finally got grown and finally was able to come and see her mama perform. But anyway, it was my worst show. But I did not let nobody know how I was feeling. When I got off that stage, I hurried up and looked for a chair, because my legs was burning so bad, especially this right one. And it was shooting a burning pain all the way down to the bottom of my foot. And that pain that come all the way down to my bottom of the foot, it comes for seconds, but it burns. It's like electricity or something, like a shocking feeling. You're going to get somewhere when you feel that sciatic nerve, that pain shooting down that leg. See, I didn't know nothing about this stuff, because the doctor didn't explain it to me. So that's when I knew then something was wrong with me, and I might need to stop performing, because how are you going to try to get signed and make something big of yourself and you can't even perform? You can't even wear heels. I had to hurry up and take them heels off my feet because of the burning and how bad it felt. And I grew up in heels. I started off in my grandma heels. We all did that. Us women, we walked through the house, honey, with our grandma heels on, mama heels on, making that noise, And now I'm in my 30s and can't wear heels no more. So I knew something was wrong. I knew once I got back to Arkansas, I'm going to have to go and make a doctor's appointment, because now I'm dealing with poop, bladder. Now I'm burning leg and thigh and bottom of my foot. Something is wrong with me. So when I got back home, I tried to call that specialist that done the surgery on me. Now months passed, so I'm thinking he not mad at me no more. But little to say, I didn't know he dismissed me for good. But I realized I was not getting phone calls returned back. I was calling, leaving messages, and the nurse, nobody was calling me back. And I'm out here sick. I'm so sick. I'm talking about if you blow heat on me, it'll make me feel like I was finna faint, because that poop was piling up in me and it was blowing me up. My waist size was normally 145, and now I'm almost up to 200 pounds. The poop was getting everywhere in my ribs. It was just getting everywhere. I started breaking out. So I'm like, something ain't right. So that's when I got up on my P's and Q's, and I went and found another doctor. That's when I went to the hospital, and I got all my medical records myself. And that's when I started seeing all this stuff that was wrong with me, and I didn't know nothing about. I didn't even know that I had a prolapse stage 3 before the surgery. I didn't know nothing. I just know something was right there, and he didn't explain it to me. After him examining me and stuff, before surgery, he touching and stuff, like he just wasn't telling me nothing. So, make a long story short, I wound up getting this new sets of doctors, and my gosh, it has not been easy. I just feel like they just been tossing me around, tossing me around, tossing me around. So they tossed me around for a little over 2 years before I can get my colostomy bag. And within those tossing around days and weeks and years, I went to emergency room. It got so bad to where I got tired of telling my story over and over and over again. Then it got so bad to this little AR care system we have here for Medicaid. You know, you got to find doctors within Medicaid. They just kept this, like, they'll leave. Like, the PCPs would just leave. Wouldn't even send out letters to their patients to say, I'm leaving and no longer be there, find you a new doctor. They was just leaving. So the reason why also it took such a long time is because the PCPs through Medicaid that I was having, they just kept leaving. They would go to other states, wouldn't even tell the patients they up leaving. So left us out here having to start over and find new doctors. So I had actually 4 PCPs within this last 3 years of trying to get myself fixed. Until where now I've gave it to God. I have. I'm asking him to lead and guide me to make my appointments, to find my doctors, because I ran myself down. I did. I burned myself out. All my little savings, I ran them down. Come on now, how could you work? And that's the thing, you know. People still expect you to still be yourself, even with a hole in your stomach, intestine hanging out, stitching too deep. You know, you only can stand so long, sit so long. I can't even prop my legs up in the recliner. It'll get to hurting. So I can't lift my legs up, none of that. You know, I can't walk stairs long, none of that. So, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to look how I feel. As long as I got strength in me to make myself groove a little bit, move around a little bit, I have to do that. Because if I sit here and let all this stuff hit me, what's wrong with me, how I went from being her to now disabled, I will cry. I will cry myself to depression. So what little I got left, I still try to, but I know deep down inside what I'm able to do and what I can't do. But I'm not going to walk around here and show it. But one thing that I have realized, they'll rather for you to walk around here, look bad, smell, show it. You get worshiped more that way. So if that requires me to get worshiped that way, to look raggedy or to show my pain, to look like I'm hurting all the time, then you won't ever see me. Because I'm going to show myself. I'm going to get up even when I'm hurting. And I'm going to try to do something to my head. I did my own hair. I don't get my nails done no more because of cleaning Michael. But, you know, put a little clear polish on, a little nail hardener, go on about my business. But, you know, with this new adjustment, I'm going to say this and I'm going to end this story because I'll be back with more story times because it's a lot I feel like I have to say. Like, nobody really asks how I feel today because people expect me to still be her, that strong girl with the strong head, but that's the image I made. That's how I've always carried myself, so I can understand. But at the same time, I just need common sense, you know, to approach me and be like, you know, how you feel. You know, you're not doing music no more. You don't have your good job, your HR position no more. You lost everything. You done burnt your savings down. Your daughter going to college, her first year, you weren't able to do much for her. She up there walking, don't even have a car. She having to walk to Walmart. And, you know, and I'm not saying this for you all to feel sad, but I'm letting you know how I feel. Because what happened to me was wrong. And I refuse to hold all this in and not say how I feel about it. Now, when it first happened, I wasn't able to talk like this because I was full of anger. I was crying. I was sick. I was irritated. My hair started falling out, you know. It was bad for me. Then they started pumping all the medicine, them pills on me. At first, I didn't know no better. I was taking all them pills. But then I was like this. I'm talking about I wouldn't get nothing done. They had me so high as a kite, and I'm not a pill taker. So it's like I had to learn how to take some of the medicines and get stuff done. It was just a whole learning process. Because how you take a woman that didn't take medicine to now giving her some of the most hardest pills, the strongest pills to take. But at the same time, y'all wasn't fixing the root cause. Thought you was going to pump that medicine in me and leave me out here hanging so I can keep coming back. So I stayed on their butts. I did. And that's why it has taken me so long, because I was booking doctor's appointments every month. I started going to the doctor in January of 2024. He damaged me in November of 23. So I immediately started going to the doctors. And I rode them. I burnt that highway down, because where I'm at in my hometown, they don't have the service or the therapy I need. And then again, it was these doctors that hurt me, so I was scared to go back. So I had to drive an hour away to go get help and get fixed. So I had to burn that highway down. When I say I burnt the highway down, I blew my transmission out of my van. I just didn't give up. I kept getting told was nothing else they can do for me. I kept getting told, I don't want to go behind him. I'm talking about my heart was broken in a lot of appointments. All I could do was bust out crying in front of them, even though they labeled me as being mentally unstable, because at this point I'm tired and this stuff hurts. It hurts. And you hearing stuff you don't want to hear, such as, I don't want to touch that, or I don't want to go behind that doctor. So it's like, what am I supposed to do? Can somebody help me? So it had me out here like, and they don't tell you that this is how doctors would do you, though. They would leave you out here. Even if you go to other ones, like once they find out, like, you know, they don't want to touch you. They don't want to come behind you. But it is doctors out here that's not scared. They got courage. They understand. They listen with their heart and not their ears, because you need to be fixed. Can't just leave you out here like this. You will have doctors step in and willing to take that risk, willing to give you that try, because that's what they signed up to be a doctor for, to save your life. But then you got doctors out here, they scared. Instead of praying to God, asking him to lead them doing surgery on how to fix you, they'll just say no. So I got told no, 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 no. And for so long, I started feeling like I was fading away. I was dying. I was dying. I was so sick, couldn't get poop out. It was so bad to where I got this generic deficiency type 4. And what that is when the doctor did that surgery, he stitched me up so deep, he damaged my nerves for my bladder and my bowels, to where he knocked my coordinations off. So my nerves from down here to my brain are not on the same page no more. My body ain't even on the same level no more. This down here does what it want to do, and up here at top does what it want to do. So when I go to push, you know how when you push to have a poop, you know how it open up and let your stuff come out? Well, when I push, it made it shut. It shut it up to where it wouldn't let it come out. No. So even if I just had a little force, it shuts it up to where it was making me strain. And I didn't have to push hard. Just any pushing made a big strain to where it caused hemorrhoids, internal and external. And I had them hemorrhoids all the way until last year. Almost 3 years. I was going to GIs, everybody, they watched me suffer here. I'm telling you, they did. And it got so bad to where they told me there was nothing else they can do for me. Even with the hemorrhoids still there. Internal and external. Internal and external. So if I went and got off my butt and did the research that I done, I had to search to find doctors here that could help me. I just didn't stop. I kept calling around, praying. I was so sick. It got so bad to where I couldn't eat no more, because I know I couldn't put it out. And then sitting up in here, it was making me sick. I'm talking about, y'all, it's a feeling of pain you can't explain. And then for so long, I was constipated, damaged for almost 3 years. And I'm going to tell you what, I just didn't wait on doctor medicine. I got off my butt and started ordering other medicines, stuff to detox me, clean me out. I stayed on it. I stayed detoxing, cleaning myself off. So keep that in mind, too. Sometimes you don't want to just wait on the medicine doctors give you. You got to try things yourself, too. Home remedies, detoxing, just other things, to keep yourself alive, to keep yourself here. Those doctors are highly paid to come in and look in your face and smile, smelling good, hair groomed, white smock on. But you got to remember, deep in the back of your mind, who are you to them? They really don't know you, and you're just only here for a brief second, in and out. You don't get to see the doctors like that no more. You see more other nurses. And I'm not saying this against all doctors, because there's still good doctors here. But I have to speak up about the ones that are bad, the lemon ones. Because if a closed mouth keep quiet, it won't get fed. And then if a closed mouth stay quiet, how are you helping God? By teaching and educating, letting the world know what they need to start paying attention to. Again, you go get these x-rays, ultrasounds, MRIs, all that done. Get your results back. Tell your PCP or whoever was specialist that sent you to get those done to go over those results with you. What is wrong with me? Tell me. Don't go pump me on no medicine to make me sleep and wake up and the pain's still there. So make sure you eye to eye. You need to grasp these doctors and make them feel you. Okay? And another thing too, you need to create some type of program to where if you damage a human, because some stuff, y'all know, we just can't do this to ourselves. We just can't. I didn't have no wreck. I did not get shot. I did not get stabbed. I just couldn't have done this to myself. So with that being said, it should be a program to help us until we can get back to ourselves financially and everything. But unfortunately, it was nothing for me out here. It's still not nothing for me out here. A lot of my colostomy bag material I need, Medicaid won't cover it. So I have to call around family and friends to help me, which I'm not ashamed, because I never had to do that. You know, they say never. I thought I won't ever have to ask people for money because I was doing right. I had the best job, taking care of me and my kids, traveling, doing my music. You know, I just never thought it'd be this way. And then your savings, like you can't save enough nowadays. Each month, the cost of bills and all these other fees and grocery prices, you just can't save enough. So what I was saving, I burnt it down. Now it's almost 3 years. At least I did good. I think I did good. I did immaculate. Excuse me. You see that? This bag will fart. Okay. And like I said, you know, it's a learning process, and I don't go out in public because of this. It will put out and it will fart. So if I'm ever live and you hear it making noises or you see it start getting big, I'm apologizing to you right now because I can't help it and I can't control it. I can't help what happened to me, but what I can do is explain to you so you can know and so you can work with me, okay? So, yeah, I still be sick. I still be sick today. I can't be around heat. I can't really just lay right in the bed. Sleeping hurts me today. I'm still trying to get fixed. My plan is to leave this area and to move up north somewhere, go up further and get me a whole set of new doctors and get this pelvic floor worked on. And the only reason why I feel like, you know, the pelvic floor haven't just been the best is because I haven't had any therapy. Do you know that they keep sending me to pelvic floor therapy that's an hour away, because my hometown here where I got damaged at, they don't offer it. They don't have these therapists here, biofeed therapy, nor pelvic floor therapy, and I need those therapists. So I'm having to drive an hour away, plus they want me to pay $125 for each session, and I don't know how many sessions I would need. And that's why I was just saying to you, the hospital need a program where they should be able to pay for that, because y'all damaged my pelvic floor, unconsented procedures, and just threw me out here like that, stitching too deep. And you want me to pay to fix myself? That just don't make sense. This world isn't right. I'm starting to feel like I am a part of the Monopoly game, because it don't make sense. But at the same time, before I end this live, what can I do? I felt so many times I was being done wrong, and I knew I was being done wrong, and I didn't know how to fix it or handle it, and I knew it was nothing I could do or say, because I needed these doctors' help to stay alive, to be here today to tell the story. And all I could do was this. All I could do. Even when I knew in my heart I was being done wrong, regardless of how sick, what I was going through, them doctors had the uppermost advantage over me, because they knew I needed them. Seriously. And then, you know, I don't care how many times you need to go to the doctor, you go. And I'm going to tell you this too. When you know something wrong with yourself and you still go to the doctors, they'll try to play you for crazy. All because you're trying to fix yourself. All because you know you're still hurting. And you're going to keep coming back. You're going to keep coming back until they help you or refer you off. But you will start irritating the doctors. You keep coming back. I'm telling you that too. When you stay on them, you'll start irritating. But God said, so they shouldn't have signed up to be a doctor. And that they're going to do their job right. Who want to just run to the doctors and lay on operation tables? Who want to just take all this medicine and knock you off your feet? You ain't even able to function. Who want to just hurt? Or else, I'm going to just go to the doctor's office today. Me, I just want to go to the doctor. You know what? Today, I just want to go to the doctor. Who want to live like that? So if you got a person out here, instead of coming to the doctor, something wrong. Something wrong. So, again, my name is Shan. And again, I'm going to be doing more story times because it's a lot more. I just couldn't cover everything today. But I will get back with you all. And if you have been here this far listening to my long story, thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe. Me and Michael, we will stay tuned. Let me show you my colostomy. So this is Michael. I bathed him up pretty good this morning. I got cuts all on my stomach from all these procedures. My stomach was real big, so it's looking good now. It's still going down, you know. But I got cut up pretty bad twice up in here. But yeah, this is Michael. And I'm here. I made it. I'm here. Thank you, God. It took a battle. And like I said, I still be sick. It's still a lot of things I need to get. You know, I need some more clothes for myself. And I got this though. You know. Medicaid don't cover a lot of stuff. Like wipes, baby oil, gloves, pads to put down. So, I have to do a lot of this stuff for myself. So, with that being said, you know, thank y'all. And watching my story gives me strength. Educating you all about me and what happened to me gives me strength. And you all take care of yourself. You do that for me, okay? You take care of yourself and don't let nobody play you for crazy or make you feel like you're doing something wrong. When you know your body's not right, stay on it and take care of yourself, okay? All right. I'm out.